Hello and welcome to Okoboji High School for tonight's Siouxland Conference Girls Wrestling Tournament. I'm Jeff Cruz. I'll be on the air here for you as we are getting set here in Okoboji. The brackets have all been set. You can follow along online as well at trackwrestling.com. Search for the Siouxland Conference Girls Tournament and you'll find the tournament where you can find updated brackets. You can find, where the girls are going to be wrestling, which mats they're going to be wrestling on. I do believe I have the mats numbered correctly as far as which one is mat 1 and mat 2. But we're going to welcome everyone into the stream here as we're going to get set to go here as close to 5 o'clock as possible. It looks like down on the floor, it looks like they're getting close to getting ready. But we're going to take a short break here to give some recognition to our sponsors, and we'll be back hopefully with the first whistle.
I'm Gable Sieperda. I'm a master's student and track and field athlete, and I've been a Frontier Bank customer for 20 years. Some of my favorite services that Frontier Bank has provided me is just having access to my financials through the online bank app, as well as hearing that familiar voice when I call that I know and can trust with my financial needs. And I'm looking forward to continuing pursuing my goals on the track, and Frontier Bank will be a huge part of that.
Murphy Family Dentistry has been serving and supporting the Lions and all of Northwest Iowa for over 25 years. We are located in Rock Rapids, just off Highway 75. Our friendly staff is ready to help cheer up your smile for another Lion victory. Call us today to schedule for all your dental needs or visit us online at www.josephmurphydental.com.
Hit one out of the park with a new or pre-owned vehicle from Papik Motors. With 3 convenient locations in Laverne, Rock Rapids, and Sibley, our team is ready to help with all of your automotive needs. Swing in today and let the hometown team be your dealer of choice, or visit us online at papik.com.
Papik Motors makes it so easy.
My name's Elin, and I like sports because I like watching them. My name's Miles, and I just like the school in general because our teachers are nice and we get to do a lot of fun stuff. Hi, my name's River, and I like the sports teams because my mom coaches the basketball team.
Sieperda Foltz, local, true, insurance, real estate, all for you.
A community is a place, but it's also a connection. It's where we all plant roots, raise our families, build our lives, and take care of each other. It's something we have in common, and it takes world-class care to keep communities like ours strong. We work together to live, to hope, to heal, because that's what neighbors do. Here for all, here for good. Sanford Health.
On top of a hill in the heart of our little town, there's a place where the coffee's always hot and the smells are even warmer. At Hilltop, we brew more than just coffee. We brew connection, comfort, and community. Locally roasted, lovingly served, always welcoming. Come in, slow down, and stay a while. Hilltop, your coffee, your community.
Students in high school sports learn to live active lifestyles, the value of hard work, teamwork, and juggling the demands of academic and sports schedules teaches time management skills, all necessary for success beyond high school. Practices, games, and tournaments are all lessons in perseverance, and through it all, growth of friendships that will last a lifetime. DeNoble Austin & Company PC, a proud sponsor of Central Lyon Sports.
You love our lineup of legendary Pizza Ranch pizzas. And now, get ready to love the Big Popper. Loaded with cream cheese, Italian sausage, jalapenos, sweet peppadew peppers, and a honey hot sauce drizzle. A little sweet, a little heat, and a whole lot of flavor. Try the Big Popper Pizza, along with our new Chicky Chicky Boom Boom Salad. Only for a limited time, only at Pizza Ranch.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit premierbank.bank or stop by to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
And we're back here in Okoboji. Still waiting to get started. I haven't done the national anthem yet, but hopefully we get going with that soon. Remind everyone that you can leave us a chat. Let us know where you're watching from, those sorts of things. Always like to find that out from, especially when we do these Siouxland Conference tournaments. As Central Line Broadcasting has done the boys tournaments for the last, I don't know, long time, 8-10 years. And we've done every girls tournament that they've had here. So that's always nice to see who is watching and where you're watching from. So let us know in the YouTube chat where you're watching, where those things are, you're doing those things. Take an opportunity to thank our sponsors. We cannot thank them enough. Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Hilltop Coffee, Murphy Family Dentistry, Papic Motors, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaport Fultz Insurance and Real Estate. Upcoming events here on the CL Broadcast Network. On Thursday, we have girls and boys wrestling versus Boyden Hall Rock Valley. That duel will start at 6 p.m. Girls first, followed by the boys. Then on Monday, January 19th, we have our JV girls wrestling tournament at 5. And then Friday, January 23rd, we'll have our basketball versus West Lyon. Remind everyone also to make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when we post videos or we start these live broadcasts. And be sure to follow Central Lyon on Facebook and X to keep up on all the latest news. We're going to have the national anthem, so we'll be back shortly with our first match of the evening.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
I'm Gable Sieperda. I'm a master's student and track and field athlete, and I've been a Frontier Bank customer for 20 years. Some of my favorite services that Frontier Bank has provided me is just having access to my financials through the online bank app, as well as hearing that familiar voice when I call that I know and can trust with my financial needs. And I'm looking forward to continuing pursuing my goals on the track, and Frontier Bank will be a huge part of that.
You love our lineup of legendary Pizza Ranch pizzas. And now, get ready to love the Big Popper. Loaded with cream cheese, Italian sausage, jalapenos, sweet peppadew peppers, and a honey hot sauce drizzle. A little sweet, a little heat, and a whole lot of flavor. Try the Big Popper Pizza, along with our new Chicky Chicky Boom Boom Salad. Only for a limited time, only at Pizza Ranch.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar today and always. Visit premierbank.bank or stop by to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
And we're back here in Okoboji as we are going to get ready to go. I will do my best to give you time and score, but they are using TVs, if you can see them down there on the cameras, and they are one-sided. So not going to be able to see what's the exact time. So I'm going to have to go off of track as well as just like you all would be at home. But I'll do my best here. As we're about to get set, mat number 1, 105-pound quarterfinal match between Ellie Luce, Central Line George Little Rock, and Adelaide Lehman, a freshman from Okoboji HMS. They get going on mat number 1. Mat number 2 will start out with another 105 quarterfinal match between Ari Garcia from Sioux Center, a sophomore, and Natalie Diaz-Ruiz, a freshman from Sheldon. 105 quarterfinal match on mat number 2. It's like a Lehman with a takedown on mat number 1. I do have that backwards, so let me move my... Give me a second. When I get a chance, I will move my mats around as I have them labeled incorrectly. I was told incorrectly. I'll blame the person who told me, but no, we have Lehman on top 3-0 over Luce on mat number 1, which you're seeing as mat number 2 on your screen at home. Garcia up 6-0 on mat number 2 over Diaz-Ruiz. And Lehman will get the pin on mat number 1. There we go. I got the mats all switched now. Looks like on mat number 1, we're going to have Amina Metzger out there, a Westline freshman, 120-pound quarterfinal match on mat 1 versus Taryn Koima, Sioux Center sophomore. We're waiting for Koima to come out on mat number 1. Mat number 2 is going to be Mia Darnell, Boyden Hull Rock Valley senior versus Rael Croce of Sioux Center, a sophomore, 130-pound quarterfinal match on mat number 2. So Metzger, Koima, mat number 1. Darnell, Croce, I think I'm saying that right, probably wrong, but Sioux Center on mat number 2. It's like Croce with a takedown on mat number 2, up 3-0. First period. And they'll reset on mat number 1 between Metzger and Koima. Corsi with near fall points on mat 2, looking for a win by fall. And there it is. Rael Croce will win by fall, advance to the semifinals at 130 pounds. Still scoreless on mat 1. 42 seconds ago in that first period between Metzger and Koima, a quarterfinal match at 120. Oh, now a takedown by Koima has Metzger straight to her back. Again, that's a 120-pound quarterfinal match on mat number 1. And that'll be a win by fall for Koima on mat number 1. She'll advance to the semis at 120 pounds. Now up mat number 2, 135-pound quarterfinal match between Miley Heiser of West Lyon, a freshman, and Kim Bergeson, Okoboji HMS junior. Mat number 2, quarterfinal at 135. Now up on mat number 1, a quarterfinal at 130 between Carolee Garcia, MLC Floyd Valley, a junior, and Adeline Benz, Okoboji HMS sophomore. Mat number 1, 130-pound quarterfinal match. Takedown from Garcia on mat number 1. Now Garcia with Benz on her back on mat 1, looking to win by fall. Benz gets out of it. Garcia resets. Looks like she's got 4 near fall points locked up on mat number 1. And Garcia will get the win by fall over Adeline Benz on mat 1 to advance to the semis at 130 pounds. Still scoreless on mat number 2 as we're under 30 seconds to go in the first period between Heiser and Bergeson. And there's a takedown by Bergeson for the first points of the match. Now up on mat 1, a quarterfinal at 140 pounds, we have Yoretzi Ortez Reyes, a senior from Sioux Center, versus Elizabeth Macedo, a freshman from MLC Floyd Valley. That's mat 1. 140-pound quarterfinal match. End of the first period on mat 2 between Heiser and Bergeson at 135 pounds. Bergeson will go to the second period up 3-0. Ortez Reyes with a takedown on mat 1. Bergeson still started on top on mat 2 for the second period. Our first match that we've had go to the second period here. We've had nothing but falls for the first 5 or 6 matches. Now Ortez Reyes with Macedo on her back, and that'll do it. Ortez Reyes will advance to the semifinals at 140 pounds. Potentially dangerous on mat 2 as action will stop. And they'll reset. Up now on mat 1, a quarterfinal match at 155. We have Peyton Horner from Sheldon versus Carly Piper from Sioux Center. Horner and Piper are both juniors, and that's a quarterfinal match at 155 on mat number 1. Under a minute to go in period number 2 on mat 2. Bergeson riding out Heiser so far. And now Bergeson flips Heiser, getting near fall points. Under 20 seconds to go in period 2. Heiser trying to fight it off. Bergeson trying to stretch her out, and Heiser gets back to her belly, but Bergeson will get the 4 near fall points. As there's short time here, and that'll do it. And we got just the 4 near fall for Bergeson there. So she'll take a 7-0 lead over Heiser on mat 2 as they go to the third period. Still scoreless on mat 1 as we're under a minute to go in the first period there between Peyton Horner and Carly Piper. Heiser will choose to start neutral on mat 2 for the third period. And a takedown for Heiser on mat 2. Now trail 7-3. Bergeson, though, with a reversal, 9-3 now. .45 seconds to go. Bergeson, and that'll do it. Bergeson will win by fall over Miley Heiser as Kim Bergeson will advance to the semifinals at 135 pounds. Carly Piper up 1-0 over Peyton Horner on mat 1 in that quarterfinal match at 155 pounds. Up now on mat number 2, a quarterfinal at 140 pounds between Peyton Crawley of Sheldon, a junior, and a freshman from Okoboji HMS, Ella Bleeker. Mat 2, 140-pound quarterfinal match. Piper with a takedown on mat 1. She'll take the 4-0 advantage. I apologize, you can't see it very well. That TV is in the way down on the mat side. Piper gets Horner to her back. She's got some near fall points locked up. Still scoreless, 0-0 on mat number 2 in the first period. We are in the second period on mat 1. And that'll do it for the second period. 4 near fall points for Piper. She'll take an 8-0 lead over Horner in their quarterfinal match at 155. Takedown by Crawley on mat 2. She now leads 3-0 as we're under a minute to go in the first period on mat number 2. Horner will choose top to start the third period on mat 1. Start the third period. An escape for Piper who now leads 9-0. Crowley up 3-0 over Bleecker on mat number 2. 35 seconds to go in the first period there. Caution now on Crowley. Horner down 8-0 from Piper. Piper behind, unable to get the takedown. Under a minute to go in that match on mat number 1. And Crowley gets a cradle on Bleecker and gets the pin. So Peyton Crowley will win by fall. She'll head to the semis at 140 pounds. Coming to the mat now on mat number 2, a quarterfinal match at 145. Addison Aaron Holtz of West Lyon, a sophomore, versus Mackenzie Larson, a freshman from Okoboji HMS. Horner with a takedown. She's down now 8-3. But Piper can just kind of sit there on her belly, and she's going to get the win, as that'll do it on mat number 1. Carly Piper gets the win in the quarterfinal match at 155 and advances to the semifinals. Larson with a takedown on mat 2. And momentarily had Aaron Holtz to her back. As now Larson will get the win on mat number 2. As we start another quarterfinal at 155 on mat 1, we have Briley Benz, Central Lyon George Little Rock Senior, versus Mackenzie Mattingly, a junior from Okoboji HMS. Benz and Mattingly up on mat 1, quarterfinal match at 155. And now we have a quarterfinal match at 190 on mat 2. It's going to be Hannah Suter, a junior from Boynton Hall Rock Valley, versus Natalie Daigle, a sophomore from Okoboji HMS. Daigle in a shot on Suter on mat 2. And now Ben's in a shot on mat 1. And there's a takedown for Natalie Daigle on mat number 2. She's up 3-0. And Benz gets the takedown on mat number 1 near the edge of the mat. She also now leads 3-0. Both of these matches in the first period. Approaching the end of the first period on mat number 1. Benz and Mattingly will reset here in the middle of the mat. Daigle has Suter on her back. She's got 4 points locked up. She's getting short time as well. And that'll do it on mat number 2. Daigle will win by fall at the end of the first period. So she'll advance to the semis at 190 pounds. And the end of the first period, there was a technical violation, I believe called on Benz. Mattingly now trails 3-2 on mat number 1 at the end of the first period. Another quarterfinal match at 190 on mat number 2. We have Aranza Hernandez, a freshman from Sioux Center, and Brooklyn Schurz, a freshman from West Lyon. Mat number 2, Hernandez and Schurz, quarterfinal at 190. Three to 1 is the score on mat number 1. Sorry, 3-1, not 3-2. 3-1 on mat number 2. Mattingly chose bottom to start this period on mat number 1. Benz gets Mattingly to her back on mat 1, and Benz will get the win by fall on mat number 1. She advances to the semis at 155. And we've got blood time on mat number 2. Take a short, this opportunity quick to thank our sponsors once again, Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Hilltop Coffee, Murphy Family Dentistry, Papic Motors, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seabright Foltz Insurance and Real Estate. New match up on mat number 1. We've got Emma Vandenberg, a freshman from Okoboji HMS, and Kylie Schnorr, a sophomore from Sheldon. This is a quarterfinal match at 170 pounds. We do still have blood time on mat number 2. We'll get back to a double mat look as soon as they're ready to go on mat 2, which it looks like now they are. So Hernandez and Schurz back up on mat 2. First period for both of these matches. Hernandez with the takedown on mat number 2. Schnorr with the takedown on mat number 1. So 3-0 on both of these mats. Schnorr leading on mat 1. Hernandez leading on mat number 2. Now Schnorr with the cradle, and Schnorr will get the win by fall on mat number 1. Hernandez working on Schurz here. And Hernandez gets the win by fall on mat number 2. So Schnorr and Hernandez advance to the semifinals. Now we have a three-person round robin at 100 pounds, I believe. Our first, whoops, lost my screen for a second. Our first match is going to be up on mat number 1 right now. We have Teresa Andres Felipe, a junior from MLC Floyd Valley, versus Jocelyn Barranco Gomez, a sophomore from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. That is a round 1 on at 100 pounds on mat 1. Up now on mat 2, a semifinal at 105 pounds between Danny Curiel of Boyden Hall, Rock Valley, and Adelaide Lehman, a freshman from Okoboji HMS. Looks like we're going to run into time constraints already on mat number 1 because Lehman's already wrestled, I believe. It has not been 45 minutes. Can't be. We're only 28 minutes into the tournament. She can't have had 45 minutes of rest. Even I can figure that out. So we're going to go to single mat here as we've got our 100-pound match between Andres Felipe of MLC Floyd Valley and Barranco Gomez of Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. I am being told over the loudspeaker we are Have to wait 10 minutes before we can start round 2, as round 1 is already coming to a completion. Not a lot of round 1 matches, obviously. And the ones that we had went very quickly. Lots of pins, lots of first period pins. Andres Felipe up 3-0 here on Barranco Gomez. And she will get the win by fall. So we're going to take a short break here. And we'll be back with more wrestling action in about 10 minutes here on the CL Broadcast Network.
You love our lineup of legendary Pizza Ranch pizzas. And now, get ready to love the Big Popper. Loaded with cream cheese, Italian sausage.
Check that. We are still going on 1 mats. I'm not, they announced that we are done. We're going to have to wait, but it looks like we are ready to go, at least with this match. We have a 110-pound semifinal match between Brooke Stockdale, Okoboji HMS, and Maritza Morales Chavez of Sioux Center, a sophomore. Semifinal match on mat number 1, Stockdale, a returning state qualifier for Okoboji HMS, 9-3 on the year as the junior. Stockdale with a takedown. Up 3-0 here. Just over a minute to go here in mat number 1 in the first period. Stockdale still leads 3-0. Stockdale working on the edge of the mat here. Unable to get Morales Chavez turned. Gonna drag her back into more in the middle, Stockdale give herself a little bit more room to work. Will come the last few seconds of this first period. Still 3-0 in favor of Stockdale. And that'll do it for the first period. So Stockdale will start on top here. Morales Chavez on the bottom. Start mat period 2. Morales Chavez, an 8-8 sophomore on the year, doing a good job fighting off here on the bottom. Under a minute to go here in the second period. No scoring so far in the second period. Down under 45 seconds to go here in the second period. Down under 20 seconds now, still no scoring. As now Morales Chavez trying to pop her head out and get at least, and no, gets the reversal. So Maritza Morales Chavez gets a reversal there in the last few seconds. And she now trails 3-2 as we will start the third period. Looks like Morales Chavez will actually start on, she'll choose bottom here. She's going to try and get up and out and tie this thing up at three apiece. Morales Chavez trying to get the reversal. She would actually take the lead here. She trails 3-2. So looking really just for try to get up and out and tie it. And she's got the reversal and she has Stockdale to her back. Under a minute to go here in the third period. Morales Chavez will win by pin. So Morales Chavez will advance to the finals at 110 pounds. Looks like they were only going to shut down one mat here, so it looks like we're going to keep moving on here on mat number 1. Mat 2 is waiting, is on a wait. New match up on mat number 1. It's going to be semifinal at 110 pounds between Central Line George Little Rock sophomore Jada Poletsky and Boynton Hall Rock Valley sophomore Aridna Rosales. And it looks now we are back up now on mat 2 where we have a 105-pound semifinal match between Danny Curiel, Boynton Hall Rock Valley sophomore, and Adelaide Lehman, a Okoboji HMS freshman. Danny Curiel from Boynton Hall Rock Valley is currently ranked 6th at 100 pounds. In Class 1A, so up a weight class here from what her ranking is. Lehman quickly with a takedown and leads Curiel 3-0 here early in the first period. Curiel with the escape now 3-1 on mat number 2 in favor of the freshman from Okoboji HMS, Lehman. Takedown by Rosales on mat number 1. Rosales now getting back points. And Rosales will get the win by fall on mat number 1 and advance to the finals at 110 pounds. Lehman still with a 3-1 lead over Curiel on mat number 2 in their semifinal match at 105. New match on mat number 1. It's a semifinal at 115 between Jersey Clarenbeek, a freshman from Central Line George Little Rock, and Dulce Ortega, a senior from Okoboji HMS. Clarenbeek Ortega, that's a semifinal at 115 on mat number 1. Under 30 seconds to go on mat 2 in the first period. Lehman still leads 3-1 over Curiel. And not a takedown yet on mat 1. No takedown there on mat 1 as there are about a minute to go in the first period there between Clarenbeek and Ortega. And that'll do it for the first period on mat number 2. Lehman will take a 3-1 lead into the second period. Lehman's choice, and she will choose neutral on mat 2. Under a minute to go in the second period on Mat, or sorry, in the first period. As Ortega gets the takedown on mat 1, she has a 3-0 lead as we approach 30 seconds on that mat to go in that period, that mat in the first period. Curiel still trails 3-1 on mat number 2. Lehman in on a shot. Under a minute to go in the second period on mat 2. No scoring yet this period on that mat. Start of period 2 on mat 1. Clara Meek will start on top. As Ortega's choice, she chose bottom on mat 1. And Ortega gets the reversal, and she puts Clarenbeek to her back, and Ortega will get the win by fall on mat 1 to advance to the finals at 1:15. Under 20 seconds to go here on mat number 2. No scoring yet this period. Lehman still up on over Curiel 3-1. End of the second period over on mat number 2. Lehman still leads 3-1. New matchup on mat number 1. Semifinal 120 between Eliana Van Zee of MOC Floyd Valley, a junior, and Taryn Koima, a sophomore from Sioux Center. That's mat 1, Van Zee and Koima, semifinal at 120 pounds. Blood time on mat 2. No points there. They'll reset here between Van Zee and Koima. Never mind, Van Zee with a takedown on mat number 1. She now leads 3-0. Back up on mat number 2, where Adelaide Lehman, the freshman from Okoboji HMS, leads 3-1 over Danny Curiel, Boyden Hall, Rack Valley. As I said, Curiel is ranked number 6 at 100 pounds in 1A. She is wrestling 105 though here tonight. Semifinal match here on mat number 2. Curiel, no, nothing yet. Lehman gets back to her feet. Lehman with a takedown. Lehman now up. I believe it's 6-2. Yeah, 6-2. Lehman leads there, mat number 2. Locked hands though. Free move for Curiel as we approach the end of the first period on mat number 1. Van Zee still with a 3-0 lead, and she'll take that into mat number 2. .58 seconds to go in the match on mat number 3. Lehman up 6-2 over Curiel. Start of the second period on mat number 1, where Van Zee leads Koima 3-0 in their semifinal match at 120. 6-4 now, Lehman leads after the locked hands call and the escape by Curiel. Under 30 seconds to go, though, on mat number 2. Minute 30 to go in second period on mat 1. 15 seconds to go on mat 2, and Curiel with another takedown, and that should do it. Curiel up 9-4. Lehman up 9-4 over Curiel, and Lehman will get the win on mat number 2. Koima gets the escape on mat number 1. Now trails Van Zee 3-1. New matchup on mat number 2. We have Ari Garcia of Sioux Center, sophomore, and Shelby Croats, a freshman from MLC Floyd Valley. That's another semifinal at 105 pounds. Over on mat number 1, under 30 seconds to go on mat in second period there. Van Zee up over Koima 3-1 still. Approaching the end of the second period on mat number 1. Still 3-1 in favor of Van Zee. Garcia in on a shot on mat number 2. Croat fighting it off. She now counters. And Croat will get the takedown, take a 3-0 lead. As they have about 30 seconds left to go in the first period on mat number 2. Start of the third period now on mat number 1 between Van Zee and Koima. Koima with a takedown over a mat number 1. A reversal by Koima. And then a technical violation also on Koima. So Koima tied it up 3-3 and then committed the technical violation. Now trails again 4-3 as they have about a minute and a half to go on mat number 1 in their semifinal match at 120. End of the first period on mat number 2. Croat leads Garcia 3-1. That's a semifinal at 105 pounds. Garcia with a takedown and puts Croat to her back on mat 2. So Garcia takes the 4-3 lead, plus she's got near fall points. But now Croat gets the reversal, and now she's getting near fall points. So it's 7-5 in favor of Garcia, but Croat's got 4 points, so really it's 9-7 in favor of Croat, and she's looking to just win by pin. And she will get the win by pin over on mat number 2. And Shelby Croat from MLC Floyd Valley will advance to the finals at 105 pounds. New match up now on mat number 2. We have a semifinal at 115 between Cora Schutt of Sioux Center, a senior, and Allison Cax Barrios, a freshman from MLC Floyd Valley. Schutt from Sioux Center was a place winner last year, finished 5th last year down at the state tournament, and she is currently ranked 3rd in Class 2A at 115. 2 classes in girls wrestling. I believe Sioux Center and MOC Floyd Valley would be the only 2A schools here in the Siouxland Conference. Everyone else 1A. Van Zee did get the win over on mat number 1. Sioux Center girl being helped off. She's walking off on her own. Looks like a shoulder injury. I saw her holding her shoulder earlier in the match. Anyway, new matchup on mat 1, a semifinal at 120 between Kesley Kruger, CLGLR, and Adelton Plath of Okoboji HMS. Kruger is a freshman, Plath a sophomore on mat number 1. Shutt with a takedown over on mat number 2 as they will reset in the middle. About a minute to go in that one. Shutt will let Cax Barrios up and that reset, so now 3-1. Plath in on a shot here on mat number 1, and nothing yet. Reset on mat number 2. Caution for stalling, or stall warning on mat number 2 for Cax Barrios. Plath finally gets a takedown on mat number 1. She leads 3-0. And Shutt with a takedown on mat number 2. Now up 6-1 in the last 20 or so seconds in the first period of mat 2. Plath, cradle on Kruger on mat number 1. 4 points locked up there. Into the first period on mat number 2. Looks like it is Cax Barrios' choice, and she's going to choose neutral on mat number 2. End of the first period as well on mat number 1, where Plath will take a 7-0 lead over Kruger into the second period. Not sure, I didn't see whose choice it was over there on mat number 1. I'll get that to you as soon as it shows up on track. So Plath had choice on mat 1, and she chose the top. And now Kruger gets a reversal and puts Plath to her back. So Kruger was down 7-0. A lot of time left in this second period here for Kruger. She's going to have the 4 points locked up. So she's going to trail 7-6. Shutt in another shot on mat 2, but they go out of bounds and they'll reset. Shutt still up 6-1. Under a minute to go on mat number 1. Shutt with another takedown on mat number 2. Now leads 9-1 as they are under 45 seconds to go in the second period on mat number 2. Under 45 seconds to go on mat number 1 as well. Reset on mat number 2. Shutt's going to go let Cax Barrios up as Plath gets out finally, and it's now 7-6. in the last 15 seconds. Kruger gets placed to her back again, and this time Kruger pins her. So Kesley Kruger will get the win at the end of the second period. She advances to the finals at 120. Here on mat number 2, Shutt and Cax Barrios, the last 15 seconds or so of the second period. 9-2 lead for Shutt. Point there for Shutt as Cax Barrios was hit with stalling again. Now leads 10-2. New match up on mat number 1. We have Avery Littlefield, a senior from CLGLR, versus Bria Borchscheller, a freshman from MLC Floyd Valley. That's a semifinal at 125. End of the second period of mat number 2. Littlefield with a takedown on mat number 1. And we're going to discuss some things here on mat number 2. As the score, trying to get the score correct. Littlefield gets the 4 near fall points there. She leads 7-0 early in the match on mat number 1. Start of the third period. It'll start neutral on mat number 2 between Shutt and Cax Barrios. Takedown again by Shutt. Littlefield gets Borchscheller to the back on mat 1. Shutt now up 13-2 on mat number 2. Littlefield will get the win by fall on mat number 1. Shutt with another takedown as we're approaching tech fall here, as it is 16-3 in favor of Shutt. Littlefield advances on mat number 1 to the finals at 125. Under a minute to go on mat number 2 in that match. And we're ready to go again on mat number 1. Semifinal at 1:30 between Michelin Dam, CLGLR, a junior, and Rael Croce, a sophomore from Sioux Center, on mat number 1. Saddam is a returning state qualifier for the Lions. And under 30 seconds to go on mat number 2. Shutt up by 13. 16-3 is the score there. And she is trying to turn her. You can't really see it here because they're behind. I can't see it either. They're behind the TV. And now Shutt, I can see the official counting. Looks like it'll be the end of the match here. And tech fall for Cora Shutt. She will win 20-3 to advance to the finals at 115 pounds. Does the returning place winner for the Warriors. Takedown for Saddam. She gets Croce to her back. We're ready to go here on mat number 2. Semifinal 125 between Kyla Pacheco Martin of Sioux Center, a freshman, and Aubrey Dodge, a freshman of Okoboji HMS, on mat 2. Saddam will get the win on mat number 1 to advance to the finals at 1:30. Mat number 2 here, semifinal at 125. Takedown quickly here by Dodge. And we're ready to go again on mat number 1. We've got a semifinal at 135 between Eunice Reyna Yoke of MLC Floyd Valley and Kim Bergeson of Okoboji HMS. Reyna Yoke, a senior, Bergeson, a junior, up on mat number 1. That is a semifinal at 135. Looks like Raina Yoke with a quick takedown on mat number 1 leads 3-0. Pacheco Martin gets the escape on mat number 2. She now trails Dodge 3-1. Another takedown by Dodge on mat 2. She now leads 6-1. Raina Yoke has 4 near fall points locked up, but she's looking to end it early, and she does. Raina Yoke will win by fall at 135 pounds, semifinal match on mat 1, and advance to the finals. Dodge and still up 6-1 over Pacheco Martin on mat 2. New match up on mat number 1, another semifinal at 135. This is Lexi Clarenbeek, a sophomore from Boynton Hall Rock Valley, and Annie Kopp, a freshman from Central Lyon George Little Rock. Pacheco Martin will defer on mat number 2 as she trails 6-2. Dodge will choose neutral as they start the second period over on mat number 2. Try and zoom this out a little bit on mat 1 so you can see a little bit more of the edges of the mat. Takedown by Pacheco Martin on mat 2. She now trails 6-5 over Dodge, or to Dodge, I should say. No reset in the middle. About halfway through the first period on mat number 1 and 2. Scramble on mat number 1, and it's going to end up with Kopp with a takedown, and she has Clarenbeek on her back. Locked hands call on Pacheco Martin on mat number 2. So Dodge will get the point there. So she now leads 7-5 on mat number 2 in period 2. And we've got blood time on mat number 1. Seven to 5, Dodge still leads here on mat number 2 in the second period. Dodge looking for a reversal, but was unable to even get the escape on mat 2 as we're nearing the end of the second period. And that'll do it for the second period. Dodge will take a 7-5 lead into the third period there, as we're still in blood time here on mat number 1 between Clarenbeek and Kopp. Excuse me, Kopp with the 8-point move on the early in the match here on mat number 1. She leads 8-0. A reset on mat number 2. Pacheco Martin with a takedown, and now she leads 8-5 over Aubrey Dodge. Some discussion here on mat number 1, I believe, talking about the score. And yeah, it's a 7-point move. And they're ready to go now. As Cop up 7-0 on mat number 1. Over on mat number 2, Pacheco Martin will get the win by fall and advance to the finals at 125 pounds as she gets the win over Dodge. And we got some technical issue here. The clock, I don't know if they didn't stop the blood time or what was going on, but they definitely were still on blood time when they went back to start on mat number 1. New match up on mat number 2. We've got Carolee Garcia, MLC Floyd Valley, a junior, versus Lucy Dornerweird, a junior as well. Dornerweird from West Lyon. And that's a semifinal at 130 pounds on mat number 2. And reversal at the end of the first period on mat number 1, and Clarenbeek gets the 2 points. She'll take a 7-2. Cop will take a 7-2 lead into the second period. Clarenbeek's choice on mat number 1. She chooses down. Garcia in on a shot on mat number 2, being fought off nicely there by Dornerweird. Start of the second period on mat number 1 now. Quick escape for Clarenbeek on mat 1. She now trails 7-3. And a takedown by Dornerweird. She's up 3-0, but she has Garcia momentarily on her back. No near fall points, though, I don't believe. Last 30 seconds of the first period on mat number 2. Dornerweird up 3-0. A reversal with near fall points at the end of the period for Garcia, and she is going to get a 2-point reversal and a 3-point near fall, and she will take a 5-3 lead into the second period on mat number 2. Now Dornerweird with a takedown on mat number 1. Cop still leading 7-6, but now Dornerweird with near fall points. Dornerweird starts on the bottom on mat 2, I believe. Dornerweird trying to end the match here as we're getting very short time. And that'll do it for the second period. Dornerweird unable to win by pin, but she does lock up the 4 points, and she'll take a 10-7 lead into the third period here on mat number 1. Garcia now up 9-3 over Dornerweird on mat number 2. Under a minute to go in the second period there, and that semifinal match at 1:30. Cop's choice on mat number 1, she will choose neutral. Reversal on mat number 2. Dornaweir now trails 9-5. Second period on mat 2. Start of the third period here on mat number 1. And Kopp with a takedown. So she gets the takedown. We're now tied at 10 apiece on mat number 1 here early in the third period. Dornaweir looking to turn Garcia. Now she trails 9-5. So Dornaweir on mat number 2 needs to turn and get back points, but they're still in the second period. But she does turn Garcia. And now Kopp getting near fall points on mat number 1. As we're under a minute to go in that match. And Annan Kopp will get the win by fall on mat number 1. Over on mat number 2, I believe we are just at the end of the period, the second period. I'll get you an updated score here. Dornaweir of West Lyon now leads 11-9 over Garcia of MOC Floyd Valley as they will start the third period in their semifinal match at 1:30. So Dornaweir with a big second period there to take the lead over Garcia. Dornaweir did choose neutral and got the takedown here on mat number 2, so she now leads 14-9 as we approach a minute to go in the match here, and now she's getting near fall points. And Dornaweir will get the win by fall over on mat number 2, and she'll advance to the finals at 130 pounds. A little break in the action here. Remind everyone, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when we post videos or we start these live broadcasts. And be sure to follow Central Lyon on Facebook and X to keep up on all the latest news. And we're ready to go here on both mats. 140-pound semifinals on both mats. So the winners of both of these will face each other in the finals. On mat number 1, we have Peyton Crowley of Sheldon, a junior, versus Brittany Castellan, a sophomore from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. And on mat number 2, we have Lucy Kanichki, a senior from CLGLR, versus Yaritzi Ortiz Reyes, a senior from Sioux Center. Kanichki with the takedown. She lets Ortiz Reyes up, now has a 3-1 lead. Kanichki placed 6th last year at the state qualifier. She's a 2-time state qualifier as a junior. And she is currently ranked 5th in 1A. Another takedown for Kanichki on mat number 2. And another, she lets the girl go. So now it's 6-2. Now 9-2 as Kanichki gets another takedown. And Kanichki gets Ortiz Reyes to her back. And Kanichki will get the win on mat number 1. As Castellan gets a takedown on mat number 1, and then Crowley gets the escape, and where it's 3-1 in favor of Castellan, but Castellan headlock and takes Crowley back down, and it's a 6-1 lead now for Castellan. And Castellan will get the win by fall on mat number 1. So Castellan and Kanichki will see each other in the finals. Now up on mat number 2, semifinal at 145, Ava Gillespie, a sophomore from Sioux Center, and Taya Vanderskaff, a sophomore from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. That's mat number 2. semifinal at 145. And we're going to go now to both mats. No, they're looking to clean up some blood on mat number 1, so we'll stay here just on mat number 2. And Gillespie with the takedown, pass Vanderskaff straight to her back. And Gillespie will get the win on mat number 2. As we're ready to go on mat number 1, the other semifinal at 145. Taya Metzger, CLGLR sophomore versus Mackenzie Larson, Okoboji HMS freshman. That's mat number 1, semifinal at 145. Now in a semifinal match up on mat number 2. This one is at 155. Briley Benz, CLGLR senior versus Casey Huss, MLC Floyd Valley senior. Metzger, the 1 seed on mat number 1, gets the takedown. Has Larson to her back. And Taya Metzger will win by fall on mat number 1 to advance to the finals at 145. Huss is the 2 seed on 155 on mat number 2. Benz being the 3 seed. And we move to the other semifinal match at 155. On mat number 1, we have Eliana Coy, a senior from West Lyon, and Carly Piper, a junior from Sioux Center. Coy is the number 1 seed tonight at 155 for this weight class, or sorry, obviously for this weight class. I just said 155. Coy, a senior, 25-2 coming into tonight. She is a 3-time state qualifier. We'll look to make it 4 times later this year. And she is ranked 5th in Class 1A. You have Casey Huss, who is also a 3-time state qualifier, up on mat number 2. So two 3-time state qualifiers here wrestling in the semifinals at 155. Coy and Huss. Benz with a takedown and has Huss on her back here on mat number 2. And Benz runs out of time on mat number 2, but she'll have a 7-0 lead going in the second period. Coy will get the win by fall on mat number 1 to advance to the finals at 155. Benz will choose neutral here to start the second period on mat number 2. And now up on mat number 1, semifinal at 170, Aubrey Brenz of Central Line George Little Rock, a senior, versus Mariana Vasquez, a junior from Boyden Hull Rock Valley. That is mat number 1, semifinal at 170. So the Lions have Benz and Benz out there. Briley on mat number 2 at 155, Aubrey on mat number 1 at 170. Both Aubrey Benz and Mariana Vasquez had buys in the first round. So seeing they're wrestling for the first time tonight are these two. Aubrey, no, not with a takedown. Good defense there by Vasquez, and now Vasquez gets the takedown on mat number 1 as she's up 3-0. Briley Benz trying to get around to get no. Casey Huss will get the takedown on mat number 2. Now trails 7-3 as we approach 30 seconds to go in the second period on mat number 2. Aubrey Brenz with the escape on mat 1, so she now trails 3-1 to Mariana Vasquez. Mariana Vasquez was a state qualifier last year for Boyd Hall Rock Valley, and she is currently ranked 4th in Class 1A. We're going to reset on mat number 2, which is good because I can't see it, neither can you because the TV is in the way down there, which they're using as a scoreboard. Under 30 seconds to go in the first period on mat 1. End of the second period on mat number 2. Huss will have choice, and she will choose neutral. End of the first period on mat number 1, Vasquez's choice, and she I'm not sure here. They're going to take a little medical timeout for Vasquez. And we'll just go to mat number 2, where Benz leads 7-3 over Huss here in the third period. And another takedown for Benz on mat number 2. And now a reversal for Huss, and she's got Benz. No, Benz gets back to her stomach. Huss was able to get 2 back points, though. And so now the score, I believe, is 10-6. As we're back to go on both mats. 10-7, Briley Benz leads on mat number 2 over Casey Huss. Start of period 2 on mat number 1. Vasquez leads 3-1 over Aubrey Benz. Stall warning on Briley Benz. Under 30 seconds to go. And they're going to reset on mat number 1. Huss needs to get Benz to her back. Benz does have a stall warning. And there she does. And it's a 3-point one. So now we're tied 10-10 in the last 15 seconds. Briley with that stall warning, got to keep working, and that'll do it for we'll head to overtime on mat number 2. Our first overtime match of the evening coming up on here at mat number 2. So 1 minute overtime here, sudden death. And Benz puts Huss to her back. Briley Benz will win over Casey Huss and advance to the finals at 155. Big win there for Benz, as Huss is a 3-time state qualifier and the second-ranked wrestler in this weight class in this tournament. Over on mat number 1, Aubrey Benz still trails Mariana Vasquez 3-1, and she has ridden her out this entire period. Vasquez did choose bottom, I believe, yes. And we're going to get going back on mat number 2, a semifinal at 170 between Precious Credits, a sophomore from Sioux Center, and Kylie Schnorr, a sophomore from Sheldon. That's a semifinal at 170 on mat number 2. Credit is a returning state qualifier and is ranked in Class 2A. I rely on Coach Jeff Jager to get me all the statistics. He wrote ranked and then left a space and wrote 2A for Precious Credit. He forgot to go back in and tell me what she's ranked, so I do apologize. She is ranked, I know that much, not sure what she's ranked in Class 2A. Sorry, as I was talking, I missed some action over on mat number 1. I think it was a reversal by Vasquez and an escape by Benz. No, it was just they started the third period, and Vasquez must have gotten the escape and now leads 4-1. Credit up 7-0 over Schnorr on mat number 2. Vasquez now leads 7-1 after that takedown. About a minute to go in the match on mat number 1. Credit let Schnorr escape on mat number 2 and then another takedown. She now leads 10-1 in the first period. Benz gets the escape on mat number 1. She now trails 7-2. But she's running out of time here. She's going to need a big move as we're under 30 seconds to go in the match on mat number 1. Again, these are our 2 semifinals at 170. And Credit will get the win on mat number 2 by fall to advance to the finals. Who will join her? It looks like it's going to be Vasquez, as Vasquez gets another takedown and now leads 10-2 as we're coming into the last 15 seconds or so of the match on mat number 1. Now up on mat number 2, we have a semifinal match at 190. Kenley Cordles, a sophomore from CLGLR, versus Natalie Daigle, a sophomore from Okoboji HMS. That's Cordles and Daigle on mat 2, semifinal at 190. Vasquez does get the win on mat number 1 to advance to the finals. Quick takedown by Cordles as they go out of bounds, and she'll choose neutral, so Daigle will be 3-1 in favor of Cordles. Kenley Cordles is ranked 5th currently in Class 1A at 190, a sophomore for the Lions. Oops, go to both mats, not just mat 1. New matchup here on mat number 1. It's the other semifinal at 190 between Aranza Hernandez, a freshman from Sioux Center, and Ashley Brinkman, a freshman from Sheldon. That is mat number 1, semifinal at 190. Mat number 2, Kenley Cordles will get the win by fall to advance to the finals at 190. So we'll focus here on Hernandez and Brinkman. On mat number 1. And we're quickly ready to go on mat number 2. They're ready before track is. Let's see here. We have it's 235 semifinal between Collins Mosier of Sheldon, a sophomore, and Haley Godberson, a senior from CLGLR. Mat number 2, semifinal at 235. So Hernandez and Brinkman in semifinal 190 on mat 1. Winner of that will face Cordles in the finals. And a takedown by Godperson on mat number 2 for an early 3-0 lead in that match. And almost takedown by Brinkman, but countered by Hernandez. And Hernandez will take the 3-0 lead as we're approaching the end of, the end of the first period on mat number 1. Godperson turns Mosier, and Godperson will get the win by fall on mat number 2. And Hernandez and Brinkman will head to the mat to the second period. Hernandez with the 3-0 lead. Brinkman's choice on mat number 1, and she will choose top. As we have a 3-man bracket, round robin, 3-woman bracket on mat for 100 pounds. We're in round 2. So we have Molly Konitschke, a senior from Central Line George Little Rock, versus Jocelyn Barranco Gomez, a sophomore from Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Molly Konitschke seeing her first action of the night. She was a place winner, state place winner last year, 8th place last year for Molly Konitschke. She gets the quick takedown. She lets Barranco Gomez up. 3-1 lead for Konitschke on mat number 1. Hernandez still leads 3-0 on mat number 2 over Ashley Brinkman. Another takedown on mat number 2. Another let go by Konitschke. 6-2 now on mat number 2 at their second round match at 100 pounds. I have to imagine that we're going to just keep rolling along here without taking too much of a break as we approach the end of the semifinal round. Hernandez turns Brinkman. And Hernandez will get the win by fall on mat number 1 as she'll advance to the finals at 190 pounds. Konitschke still leads 6-2 here on mat number 2. About 40 seconds to go here in the first period. They'll reset on mat number 2 as we get ready to go on mat number 1. With a semifinal at 235, we have Janessa Gates, Okoboji HMS Junior, versus Tamara Vandenbosch, a freshman from Boyden Hall Rock Valley. So Gates and Vandenbosch in a semifinal at 235 on mat number 1. End of the first period on mat number 2. Konitschke will take a 6-2 lead there. Barranco Gomez will have choice. She defers. Konitschke will choose down. Takedown on mat number 1. Gates will take the 3-0 lead. And Gates will go in by fall over on mat number 1. She'll advance to the finals at 235. Konitschke, another takedown on mat number 2. And we're ready to go on mat number 1. Consolation semifinal. We don't have very many of these. We will have one at 105 pounds between Ellie Luce, a junior of CLGLR, and Ari Garcia, sophomore from Sioux Center. Over on mat number 2, Molly Konitschke gets the win by fall there. That is a 3-man bracket. So that is not a semifinal or anything like that. They just wrestle 2 matches each. And whoever goes 2-0 is the winner. $105 pounds is a 7-girl bracket. I think it's our only one. There are only 7 schools here, so this would be the max you could have. So we'll have another consolation semifinal at 105 pounds up on mat number 2. It'll be Danny Curiel, Boyden Hall Rock Valley sophomore, versus Natalia Diaz-Ruiz, a freshman from Sheldon. That is Curiel and Diaz-Ruiz up on mat number 2, consolation semifinal at 105. Medical timeout on mat number 1. Curiel and Diaz-Ruiz here, still scoreless. First 30 seconds of the match on mat number 2. And Danny Curiel will get the win by fall over on mat number 2. We're ready to go again here on mat number 1. Ari Garcia leads Ellie Luce 3-0, 36 seconds to go in the first period there. Now up on mat number 2, another consolation semifinal match. This one at 120 pounds. We have Imena Metzger from West Lyon, a freshman, versus Adeline Plath, a sophomore from Okoboji HMS. Mat number 2, Metzger and Plath, a consolation semifinal at 120. We will wrestle to true 5th here. I would assume, I'm not sure of how we're going to do the matches when we get to the placing round. If we're going to do all the championship on one mat, or if we are going to just do a call the mat system. Metzger with a takedown on mat number 2. And Garcia will get the win by fall on mat number 1. Metzger gets the win by fall on mat number 2. It looks like we might be on a break on mat 1, as we may have run into a time issue. Maybe on both mats. Let's see here. If it's both mats, I'm going to take a break and try to eat a little something. But if it's one, we'll stay here. Nobody seems to be moving very quickly, so I'm going to take a short break here. Be back with more wrestling action here on the CL Broadcast Network.
You love our lineup of legendary Pizza Ranch pizzas. And now, get ready to love the Big Popper. Loaded with cream cheese, Italian sausage, jalapenos, sweet peppadew peppers, and a honey hot sauce drizzle. A little sweet, a little heat, and a whole lot of flavor. Try the Big Popper Pizza, along with our new Chicky Chicky Boom Boom Salad. Only for a limited time, only at Pizza Ranch.
I'm Gable Sieperda. I'm a master's student and track and field athlete, and I've been a Frontier Bank customer for 20 years. Some of my favorite services that Frontier Bank has provided me is just having access to my financials through the online bank app, as well as hearing that familiar voice when I call that I know and can trust with my financial needs. And I'm looking forward to continuing pursuing my goals on the track, and Frontier Bank will be a huge part of that.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar today and always. Visit premierbank.bank or stop by to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
And we're back here in Okoboji as our time is break time is over. Up here on mat number 2, consolation semifinal at 1:35 between Miley Heiser, a freshman from West Lyon, and Lexi Clarenbeek, a sophomore from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. Heiser and Clarenbeek up on mat 2, consolation semifinal at 1:35. Still waiting on mat number 1, but when we are ready to go on mat number 1, that'll be a consolation semifinal at 1:30 between Mia Darnell, a senior from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley, and Carolee Garcia, a junior from MLC Floyd Valley on mat number 1. And it looks like we're ready to go on mat number 1. So we have Darnell and Garcia up on mat 1. So 2 consolation semifinals, as that is what we are the round we're in. Clarenbeek gets a takedown over Heiser on mat 1 to take a 3-0 lead. And a takedown by Garcia. Well, then we'll see Floyd Valley on mat number 1. She'll have a 3-0 lead here early in the first period. Good to see Clarenbeek. She actually got helped off the mat after her semifinal match. She now gets the win by fall on mat number 2. She'll advance to the third place match at 135 pounds. Still 3-0, I believe, on mat number 1. Yes, as they reset, Garcia will be on top. Looks like we may have another short break on mat number 2. Mat number 1, Garcia still up 3-0 here in the first period as we are getting close to the end, under 30 seconds to go. The winner of the consolation matches will go to the third place match. The loser will go to the 5th place match. And I do believe we are just going to keep rolling through these. As soon as we get through this round, we'll go right into the placing rounds. I think I did ask the Okoboji AD, he thought we would just do call the mat so that the championship matches will not be on a certain, we're not going to keep them all on mat number 1 because you have 5th and 3rd place matches to do as well. End of the first period here, Garcia does get the 4 near fall points, so she'll take the 7-0 lead over Darnell into the second period. But as I was saying, it's hard to keep the championship matches all on one mat when you have 1st, 3rd, and 5th place matches going on at the same time and you only have 2 mats. And we're ready to go here now on mat number 2 with a consolation semi at 140. We have Elizabeth Macedo, a freshman from MLC Floyd Valley, and Peyton Crawley, a junior from Sheldon. The mat number 2, consolation semi at 140. Garcia still up 7-0. And Garcia gets the win on mat number 1. Taking a look quickly at the team scores. 7th place with 49 points, Sheldon. 6th place with 56 points, West Lyon. 5th place with 82 points, Boynton Hall Rock Valley. 4th place with 83 points, MOC Floyd Valley. 3rd place with 114, Okoboji H&S. 2nd with 140.5 points is Sioux Center, and leading currently with 184 points, Central Lyon George Little Rock. I couldn't figure out how to get the team scores on the screen. I apologize, and normally I can do that, but the program I used to do that has changed, and I can't figure it out. I'll have to do some more investigating before the boys tournament here in a couple weeks. Up now on mat number 1, Rael Croce from Sioux Center, a sophomore, and Adeline Benz from Okoboji, a sophomore, and Croce will get the quick win by fall to advance to the 3rd place match at 1:30. Now at mat number 2, we have a 145 consolation semifinal between Addison Ehrenholtz, a sophomore from West Lyon, and Taya Vanderscafe, a sophomore from Boynton Hall Rock Valley. That is mat number 2, consolation semifinal at 145. Now back in action on mat number 1. 140-pound consolation semifinal between Yuritsi Ortiz Reyes, a senior from Sioux Center, and Ella Bleeker, a freshman from Okoboji HMS. Mat number 1, consolation semi at 140. Scoreless in both of these matches. Short time to go on mat number 2. As Ehrenholtz tries to score at the end of the period, she's got to get around to the back, and she does. Gets her 3, and that'll do it for the first period. So Addison Ehrenholtz leads 3-0 over Taya Vanderscafe on mat number 2. Takedown by Bleeker on mat number 1. She now leads 3-0 over Ortiz Reyes of Sioux Center. End of the first period on mat number 1. Bleeker now leads 5-0 after those 2 near fall points. Ehrenholtz has Vanderscafe on her back on mat number 2. Plenty of time to go in there for Ehrenholtz to settle in. And Ehrenholtz will get the win by fall on mat number 2 to advance to the 3rd place match at 145. Caution on Bleeker here to start the second period. And it looks like we have to wait again here on mat number 2 as rolling along too quickly here. Not getting the 30 minutes, 30-minute rest time, I guess you want to call it, break time for each wrestler between matches. The computer knows what time the match ended, so it will not allow you to start a match for someone who has wrestled within 30 minutes. So that's how they know down at the tables. And Bleecker will get the win by fall on mat number 1 to advance to the third place match there at 140. Remind everyone, upcoming events on the CL Broadcast Network. CL GLR Wrestling versus Boyne Hall Rack Valley on Thursday, girls and boys. Then on Monday, January 19th, we have the JV Girls Wrestling Tournament. And then Friday, January 23rd, we have home basketball versus West Lyon. We have the JV boys and JVR boys from the Activity Center starting at 4. JV girls in the gym at 4:30. And then we'll have the varsity girls and boys doubleheader starting at 6 o'clock from the high school gym as well. Remind all you Central Lyon George Little Rock fans to make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Honestly, even if you're not a fan, if you just a fan of watching any Siouxland Conference teams, when they do play Central Lyon, you can find the event very quickly if you're subscribed. You can just, whatever device you're watching YouTube on, you can go to the subscriptions section. On a phone, it's on the bottom. At least on an Android, it's on the bottom. On my Roku TV at my house, it's got on the left-hand side, you can go to subscriptions there, and it just shows you the channels that you have subscribed to. And if there's a channel that has a live video going, such as like this, it would be one of the first ones, if not the first one, for you to choose. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to find the event if you're trying to find your team when they are playing at Central Lyon, or if you are a Central Lyon or Central Lyon George Little Rock fan, you are able to find the events that way. Or you can follow us on Central Lyon on Facebook or X, and you will get the direct link for every single event. I am in charge of that. I do my best to post every link that we have. I try to make it also the last thing that goes out for the day. So when you go to our page, I guess, it is the top event, or top posts, I should say, whether it is Facebook or X, so that you can find it quite easily. We do our best to make things as easy as possible. It doesn't always work, but we try our best. As it looks like we are maybe in an extended break here. I might take another short little commercial break so I can finish eating my dinner here and be back. We're going to take we'll do that. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back again with more wrestling action here on the CL Broadcast Network.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar today and always. Visit premierbank.bank or stop by to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
And we're back here in Okoboji because, of course, as soon as I take a break, then they decide we're ready to go. But we had a 155 consolation semifinal matchup on mat 2 here. Peyton Horner from Sheldon, a junior, versus Casey Huss, senior, MLC Floyd Valley, consolation semi 155. And Huss with the takedown here on mat number 2. Puts Horner to her back. And Casey Huss will win by fall. She heads to the third place match at 155. And it looks like mat 2, we don't need any break time. So we're going to keep things going here at our other consolation semifinal 155 here on mat number 2. We have Carly Piper, a junior from Sioux Center, and Mackenzie Mattingly, also a junior from Okoboji HMS. Consolation semifinal 155 here on mat number 2. Reset in the middle here. Those of you that have watched us long enough know that I am not anything close to a wrestling expert. So you're not going to get much breakdown from me. If you listen in on Thursday, though, I will have Coach Mitch Lupkus on the mic along with Adam Topp, and they will be able to do a lot better of an analysis than what I can do. I'm really good at telling time and who's on the mat. But besides that, it's not much. You're not going to get a whole lot from me. For instance, I can tell you that we are about to start a consolation semi at 170 pounds here on mat number 1. We have Emma Vanderberg, I should say, Okoboji HMS freshman versus Aubrey Benz, a senior from CLGLR. That's a 70-pound consolation semi match on mat number 1. Piper with a takedown on mat number 2. She now leads 3-0 over Mattingly. Benz will get the takedown on mat number 1 for a 3-0 lead as we're down the last few seconds here on mat number 2 between Piper and Mattingly. Carly Piper, Sioux Center leads 3-0 right now. Their consolation semifinal at 155 on mat 2. They'll go out of bounds on mat number 1, so they'll reset. Benz up 3-0 over Vanderberg. End of the first period on mat number 2. Piper leads 3-0 over Mattingly. Piper will have choice. And Piper will choose down to start period 2 on mat 2. Halfway through the first period on mat 1. Benz with that 3-0 lead. Escape by Piper on mat number 2. She now has a 4-0 lead early in the second period. And Benz will get the win by fall over Vanderberg over on mat number 1. She advances to the third place match at 170. Going to reset again here on mat number 2. Piper still leads now. She now leads 7-0 over Mattingly. After she got another takedown. And again, we have a wait time here on mat number 1, so we're just going to stay on mat number 2. Piper gets Mattingly to her back. And that'll do it. Carly Piper will win by fall on mat number 2 to advance to the third place match at 155. See if we have any wait time here. No wait time on mat number 2. This mat, once we wait a little while for it, but now that we got it going, we're going here on mat number 2. Now up on mat number 2, Natalie Daigle, Okoboji HMS sophomore, Brooklyn Shores, freshman from West Lyon. Consolation semifinal at 190 here on mat number 2. Again, the winners of these consolation semifinals head to the third place match, losers to the fifth place match. We don't have a lot of full 7 girl brackets here, but we do have almost all 5, 6, or 7, so we will have a lot of third and fifth place matches as Shores gets his takedown for the early 3-0 lead over Daigle on mat number 2. Looks like we're about ready to go here on mat number 1. Though it is showing a fifth place match up here on track. The track is obviously not updating correctly. I'm not sure who is up here on mat number 1, if I'm being honest with you all. Here we go. No, that's not right either. See if I can't figure it out by looking at a bracket here. Must be our 235 pound between, nope, that's not right either. Looks like Aranza Hernandez and Hannah Suter. Hernandez, Sioux Center, Suter, Boynton Hall Rock Valley. And Hernandez will get the win by fall in their 190 match. Consolation semifinal match on mat number 1. Over on mat number 2, as I was trying to figure all that out, looks like Brooklyn Shores of West Lyon up 6-2 over Natalie Daigle, but Daigle's got Shores on her back here early in the second period. So at worst case scenario here, Daigle will be tied up 6-6. And Daigle will get the win by fall to advance to the third place match. So Daigle advances to the third place match. And it looks like now we are going to be ready for our placing rounds. Maybe. They're discussing some things here. I'm not sure if they're going to take a break or what's going on. While they figure it out, we're going to take a break here. We'll be back with more wrestling here on the CL Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility. Hello healthy. Hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
I'm Gable Sieperda. I'm a master's student and track and field athlete, and I've been a Frontier Bank customer for 20 years. Some of my favorite services that Frontier Bank has provided me is just having access to my financials through the online bank app, as well as hearing that familiar voice when I call that I know and can trust with my financial needs. And I'm looking forward to continuing pursuing my goals on the track, and Frontier Bank will be a huge part of that.
You love our lineup of legendary Pizza Ranch pizzas. And now, get ready to love the Big Popper. Loaded with cream cheese, Italian sausage, jalapenos, sweet peppadew peppers, and a honey hot sauce drizzle. A little sweet, a little heat, and a whole lot of flavor. Try the Big Popper Pizza, along with our new Chicky Chicky Boom Boom Salad. Only for a limited time, only at Pizza Ranch.
And we're back here in Okoboji as we're into our placing rounds. First up here, mat number 1. Again, my track is not updating correctly, but it's Ellie Luce of Central Lion George Little Rock. And Natalia Diaz-Ruiz of Sheldon. Diaz-Ruiz up 3-0 here. I do believe what I heard over the PA was we're going to do, mat 1's going to do all 5th place matches. Mat 2 will do 3rd place matches, and then when the 5th place matches are done, we're going to come back with the 1st place matches on mat number 1, this mat that we are on currently. So, Diaz-Ruiz up 3-0 here in the first period. Updated team scores here as we approach the placing round. We have 7th place, Sheldon with 56 points. 6th place, West Lyon with 66 points. In 5th place, we have Boyd Hall Rock Valley with 91 points. 4th place, MOC Floyd Valley, 97. In 3rd with 131 is Okoboji HMS. 2nd place, Sioux Center, 161.5. And in 1st place, Central Lyon George Little Rock with 191 points. Luce with a reversal. And Ellie Luce will win by fall to take 5th place at 105 pounds. Luce, a junior. We don't have 5th place matches in every weight class. So we're going to skip ahead. We're at 130 pounds now. I believe we have Mia Darnell, a senior from Boyd Hall Rock Valley, and Adeline Benz, a sophomore from Okoboji HMS. Our 5th place match here at 130. Benz with a takedown. Early 3-0 lead here. Now I understand what we're doing. Since we have just a few 5th place matches, we're going to do all of them, and then we will do 1st and 3rd place matches at the same time. That makes more sense. Those of you at home probably figured that out before me, but that's all right. And Benz will take 5th place at 130 pounds. Up next here, our 5th place match, 140 pounds between Elizabeth Macedo, a freshman from MLC Floyd Valley, and Yuritsi Ortiz Reyes, a senior from Sioux Center. Macedo and Ortiz Reyes, your 5th place match at 140. And 3-point takedown for Ortiz Reyes. Ortiz Reyes still with that 3-0 lead. Macedo looking for the escape, and she gets it. Now 3-1. Ortiz Reyes leads here in the first period. I'll do it for the first period. Macedo will get choice. She defers. Ortiz Reyes will choose neutral. So we'll start second period. Ortiz Reyes up 3-1 over Macedo. No points yet. And there it is, takedown. Ortiz Reyes with another takedown, now with a 6-1 lead here. And the escape now, 6-2 lead for Ortiz Reyes over Macedo. Again, this is our 5th place match at 140. And Ortiz Reyes takes Macedo down straight to her back. And Ortiz Reyes is your 5th place winner tonight at 140 pounds. Our next 5th place match is at 155 pounds. We have Paitlin Horner, a junior from Sheldon, versus Mackenzie Mattingly, a junior from Okoboji HMS. Mattingly and Horner. 5th place match at 155. And that is the end of the first period. Horner leads 6-1 over Mattingly in our fifth place match at 155. Locked hands. And you can see I finally figured out my issue with my team scores. So I got team scores scrolling across the bottom. Peyton Horner on her back now. She leads 12-1 over Mattingly. Mattingly with the takedown. That'll be a 7-point move at the least. Well, Mattingly is trying to get the win here. And Mattingly will get the come from behind victory and is your fifth place winner tonight at 155 pounds here at the 2026 Siouxland Conference Girls Wrestling Tournament. Now up here, our 190-pound fifth place match between Hannah Sutter of Boyden Hall Rock Valley, a junior, and Brooklyn Schurz, a freshman from West Lyon. Our fifth place match at 190. And that'll do it for the first period. Tied 0-0 here. Second period at our fifth place match at 190. This should be our last fifth place match, I do believe. After this match, we will head into our first and third place matches. First place matches will be on mat 1. Third place, obviously, then on mat 2. And a takedown for Suter, and Suter as sure is now on her back. Short time here in the second period. Suter still trying to get that pin on Schurer. Schurer's doing a great job fighting it off. And that'll do it for the period. Suter does get the 4 back points though. So she'll have a 7-0 lead here to start the third period. Schurer's choice, and she will choose neutral to start this third period. And Suter with another takedown now leads 10-0. And Suter now, plenty of time here trying to get that pin, and there it is. Hannah Suter, your 5th place winner at 190 pounds. And now we're going to go to both mats, as we will have first place championship matches on mat 1, third place matches on mat 2. As we get ready, we'll remind everyone, make sure that we want to thank our sponsors, Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Hilltop Coffee, Murphy Family Dentistry, Papick Motors, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaport Default Insurance and Real Estate. This is, I'm not sure if this is a first place match or not, but I know Molly Konitschke did win her first match of the night, so she goes 2-0. Then she will be your champ at 100 pounds. As that is just a 3-girl bracket there. So they each wrestle each other once. You would think someone would go 2-0, that would be your champ, obviously. And now we are up on a third place match at 105. Ari Garcia from Sioux Center and Danny Curiel from Boyden Hall, Rack Valley. Both of these girls are sophomores. Curiel ranked 6th in Class 1A at 100 pounds. So she's ranked to the class below that tonight where she's wrestling. Molly Konitschke at 100 pounds was the 8th place finisher last year in the state tournaments. Teresa Enders Felipe up 3-1 over Molly Konieczki on mat number 1. Still tied 0-0 here on mat 2. Konieczki now looking to get a takedown late in the period. No points though, no points as the period ran out of time. As Andres Felipe on a counter move there. Almost got the takedown herself to extend that 3-1 lead. Andres Felipe will defer her choice. And Konieczki will choose top to start the second period. End of the first period, scoreless on mat 2, where Curiel will have choice, and she will choose down to start mat 2. Both these matches in the second period, both about a minute 15 or so to go. Andres Felipe up 3-1 over Konieczki. Garcia and Curiel tied at 0 on mat 2. We'll reset on mat 1. Now they'll reset on mat 2 as well. Under a minute to go in the second period on both of these matches now. As we are just getting started with our first and third place matches here. Again, 100 pounds will not have a third place match, as that was just a 3-girl bracket, so they round robin wrestle. This is for the championship at 100 pounds on mat number 1. Third place match. I believe Curiel got the first point there. And the escape, she leads 1-0 over Garcia in the third place match, 105 pounds on mat 2. Konieczki now, back points. 4 back points there. They're going to reset with just a couple seconds left in the second period. So Konieczki now with a 5-3 lead over Andres Felipe on mat number 1. That's your championship match at 100 pounds. Last few seconds on mat number 2. Danny Curiel leads 1-0 over Ari Garcia. And they'll head to the third period on that mat. Andres Felipe will choose top to start the third period. Over on mat 2, Garcia on the bottom to start that third period. Konieczki up quickly on mat 1, gets the reversal and throws Andres Felipe to her back. And Molly Konieczki wins by fall at 100 pounds and is the 2026 Siouxland Conference champion. Curiel still leads 1-0 on mat number 3. Sorry, mat number 2. That's a third place match on mat number 2. I used to teach math. I should be able to keep track of numbers better than that. Now we have our first place match on mat number 1. We have freshman Adelaide Lehman from Okoboji HMS versus freshman Shelby Crowett from MOC Floyd Valley. First place at 105, now up on mat 1. Lehman, who came in as the 4 seed tonight. She defeated Curiel in the semifinals. Curiel was the 1 seed entering tonight's tournament. Croat is the 2 seed here on mat number 1. And Croat gets a takedown, puts Lehman to her back. And over on mat number 2, Danny Curiel will be your 3rd place finisher in the 105 pounds tonight. And there's your champion, Shelby Croat, at 105 pounds for the 2026 season. Or tournament, I guess you'd say, sorry. We'll now have our 1st and 3rd place matches at 110. Only 4 girl bracket at 110. So up on the 3rd place match on mat number 2, we've got Jada Poletsky, a sophomore from CLGLR, and Brooke Stockdale, a junior from Okoboji HMS. Mat number 1, our championship match will be a sophomore, Maritza Morales Chavez of Sioux Center versus sophomore, Adriana Rosales of Boyden Hull Rack Valley. Mat number 1, championship at 110. Mat number 2, 3rd place match at 110. Stockdale will get the win by fall on mat number 2. So Stockdale is your 3rd place finisher. Morales Chavez has Rosales on her back here on mat 1, and Morales Chavez will get the win by fall, and she is going to be your champion at 110 pounds. Now up, 3rd place match at 115, Jersey Clearenbeek, freshman from CLGLR versus Allison Cax-Barrios, a freshman from LC Floyd Valley. That's up on mat 2. Mat number 1 is our championship match at 115. We have Cora Schutz, a senior from Sioux Center, versus Dulce Ortega, a senior from Okoboji HMS. So 115-pound 1st place match on mat 1, 3rd place match on mat number 2. Again, Schutt, 3rd ranked wrestler in Class 2A here at 115, trying to improve on her 5th place finish last year as they'll reset in the middle. And a takedown on mat number 2 by Cax-Barrios for the early 3-0 lead. And they're out of bounds on mat number 1 before any points are scored. So they'll head back to the middle. Shut in on the takedown, and she gets it. Take a 3-0 lead here over Ortega. About halfway through the 1st period on mat number 1. Clearenbeek gets the escape on mat 2, so she now trails Cax-Barrios 3-1 as they come towards the end of the 1st period there on mat 2. Schutt still up 3-0 on mat number 1. And that'll do it for the 1st period on mat number 2. Caxbarrios will defer. Clarenbeek will choose top on mat 2 to start the second period. And the end of the first period on mat number 1. Shutt will take the 3-0 lead over Ortega in the second period. Shutt will defer on mat 1. Ortega will choose top. Or no, sorry. They're going to choose neutral. Nope, I was right. Top, sorry. Under a minute to go in the second period on mat 2. Caxbarrios gets the escape. 4-1 is the lead now for Caxbarrios over Clarenbeek on mat 2. That's a third place match at 1:15. Championship match at 1:15. Cora Shutt just got the quick escape, so she now leads 4-0 over Ortega. Take down by Clarenbeek on mat number 2, ties it up 4 apiece. Shutt with another takedown on mat 1. Now up 7-0. Potentially dangerous, so they'll reset on mat number 1. Caxbarrios hit with a stalling call. First one's a warning. But that match is tied 4-4 as we're coming up on the last few seconds of the second period there. Caxbarrios trying to escape, and she gets it. And that'll do it for the second period. So Caxbarrios gets the escape. She now leads 5-4 over Jersey Clarenbeek. Shutt with another takedown on mat number 1. I believe that was a takedown, yes. Now she gets the points. 10-1 lead for Shutt over on mat 1. Clarenbeek gets around for the takedown, and now she leads 7-5 as Shutt has Ortega on her back on mat number 1. Caxbarrios with the escape. It's now 7-6 on mat number 2 in favor of Clarenbeek. Shutt trying to get the win by fall here in the last waning seconds of the second period, is unable to do so. But she will take a lead, I believe a 14-1 lead into the third period on mat 1. Clarenbeek still up 7-6 on mat 2 over Caxbarrios. Under 45 seconds to go in the match on mat number 2. So Shutt with the 14-1 lead as they start the third period on mat 1. Clarenbeek will get the takedown, and she now lets up Caxbarrios, but it's going to be 10-7, and that'll do it. So Clarenbeek will get third place, and Cora Shutt is your champion as she wins over on mat number 1. And Shutt is a 2026 champion at 115 pounds for the Siouxland Conference. We'll head to 120 pounds now. Where we'll have on mat number 1, our championship match will be Eliana Van Zee, a junior from LC Floyd Valley, and Kesley Kruger, a freshman from Central Lyon George Little Rock. It's your championship match at 120 on mat 1. Third place match for 120 on mat 2 is going to be Imina Metzger, a freshman from West Lyon, and Taryn Koima, a sophomore from Sioux Center. Scoreless in both of these matches. We're under a minute to go in both of them. Again, this is our 120-pound first place match on mat 1, third place on mat 2. And a takedown by Van Zee on mat 1. She now has a 3-0 lead. Short time here on mat number 1. Van Zee trying to turn Kruger. And she's unable to. We'll head to the mat second period. Van Zee up 3-0 here in the championship match at 120. Still scoreless in our third place match. Metzger and Koima. We'll start the second period with Koima on the bottom. Did not see the choice on mat 1. I know Van Zee is up, and Kruger chose top, and now Van Zee will get the reversal. So now it's 5-0 Van Zee over Kruger on mat 1. And a potentially, technical violation. Technical violation on mat 1. So Kruger will get the point, so it's now 5-1. Van Zee leads in our championship match on mat 1. Over on mat 2, Metzger chose top. Koima did get the escape. So now Taryn Koima leads 1-0 in our third place match at 120. Things starting to slow down a little bit here. The first couple rounds, you get some real quick matches here in the championship. First and third place matches, it's kind of what you expect. A little longer matches. Van Zee working on Kruger. Back points now for Van Zee. Over on mat 1. And a lot of time to go here, and that'll do it. Eliana Van Zee will be your champion for the 2026 tournament at 120 pounds. Here in our third place match at 120, still Koima leading Metzger 1-0. About 30 seconds to go in the second period on mat number 2. They're not going to start matches at the same, so we're going to keep rolling along here with the championship mat. At 125 pounds, your championship match will be Avery Littlefield, a senior from Central Lyon George Little Rock, versus Kayla Pacheco Martin, a freshman from Sioux Center. Up on mat 1 now. Actually, sorry, should keep both mats going. And that'll do it on the second, on mat number 2. Koima's choice on mat 2. She'll choose neutral. Koima with that 1-0 lead. On mat number 2. Third place match at 120 on mat 2. Littlefield and Pacheco Martin championship at 125 on mat number 1 now. And a takedown for Koima. She now leads 4-0 on mat 2. Go out of bounds on mat 2, so they'll reset. Under a minute to go in the match on mat 2. Koima still leads 4-0 over Metzger. Under 30 seconds to go in the first period on mat 1. Still tied 0-0 between Littlefield and Pacheco Martin in our championship match at 125. And that'll do it for the first period at mat number 1. Littlefield's choice on mat number 1. She chooses top. Koima still 4-0 lead over Metzger on mat number 2. Escape on mat number 2, so Metzger will get the point at the end of the period, so she now trails 4-1 as they go to the third period on mat number 2. No, sorry, that was the end of the match. Taryn Koima will win. She is your third place winner at 120. Littlefield now with Pacheco Martin on her back. This match was scoreless. Littlefield now with the near fall points. And Avery Littlefield will win by fall at 125 pounds and is your champion for the 2026 tournament. Now up on mat number 2, our third place match at 125. We have Aubrey Dodge, Okoboji HMS freshman versus Bria Bortscheller, MOC Floyd Valley freshman. That's our third place match here on mat number 2 at 125. And now up on mat number 1, our championship match at 130 pounds. We have Michelin Saddam, a junior from Central Line, Georgia, Little Rock, versus Lucy Dornaweird, a junior from West Lyon. Saddam and Dornaweird here. Mat 1, championship match, 130 pounds. Dodge up 5-0 on mat number 2 in their third place match at 125. Saddam trying to get around to get her takedown, and she does. So Saddam will take an early 3-0 lead here on mat number 1. Michelin is a returning state qualifier for the Lions. As Dornaweird gets the escape on mat 1, now Saddam leads 3-1. Dodge still up 5-0 over Bortscheller on mat number 2. And Saddam with another takedown. This time she has Dornaweird straight to her back. And Dodge, Aubrey Dodge will win by fall on mat number 2 and takes home third place at 125 pounds. And there's the win by fall for Michelin Saddam. Michelin Sedan will be your champion at 130 pounds for the 2026 Siouxland Conference Girls Wrestling Tournaments. And now we're up at 135 pounds. On mat number 1, first place match, we have Eunice Reyna Yoke, MOC Floyd Valley Senior versus Annan Kopp, freshman from Central Line George Little Rock. Mat number 2, 130-pound third place match between Carolee Garcia, a junior from MOC Floyd Valley, and Rael Kroos, a sophomore from Sioux Center. So Reyna Yoke up quickly 3-0 over Kopp on mat number 1. Reyna Yoke is the sixth ranked wrestler, I should say. 6th ranked wrestler in Class 2A at this weight class. She quickly turns Kopp to her back. And Eunice Reyna Yoke is your champion at 135 pounds for the 2026 tournaments. And congratulations to Eunice Reyna Yoke on her 100th win of her career there. So congratulations, young lady. Siouxland Conference champion and her 100th win of her career. Over here on mat number 2, we still have our third place match at 130 between Carolee Garcia, a junior from MOC Floyd Valley, and Rael Kroos, a sophomore from Sioux Center. So they are still tied 0-0. About 30 seconds to go in the first period on mat number 2. Now we're going to go to our first place match at 140 pounds on mat number 1. Lucy Kanichke, Central Line George Little Rock Senior. Nope, she's a junior. It says senior, but she is a junior. Versus Brittany Castellan, a sophomore from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. Kanichke and Castellan, your championship match at 140, up now on mat number 1. Garcia with a takedown on mat number 2 towards the end of the first period, and she'll take a 3-0 lead over Kroos as they head to the second period in their third place match at 140. Kanichke with a takedown and the win. And Lucy Kanichke is your champion at 140 pounds tonight. And also Lucy Kanichke, that is her 100th win of her career. So congratulations to Lucy as she gets 100 wins on her career by winning the 2026 Siouxland Conference Championship at 140 pounds. Third place match now, still going at 130 as we're kind of clipping along on the championship mat. Garcia still leads 3-0 over Kroos as they are in the beginning of the second period. And technical violation there on Garcia. Kroos will get the point as now Garcia leads 3-1. Now we have our championship match at 145 here on mat number 1. We have Central Line George Little Rock sophomore Taya Metzger versus Sioux Center sophomore Ava Gillespie. And Garcia gets Kroos to her back here on mat number 2. And Garcia will be your third place finisher at 130 pounds for the 2026 tournaments. Still scoreless here on mat number 1. Our third place match now at 135 pounds up on mat 2. It's Lexi Clarenbeek from Boyden Hall Rock Valley, a sophomore, versus Kim Bergeson, a junior from Okoboji HMS. Third place match at 135 now up on mat 2. Clarenbeek with a quick takedown on mat 2 for a 3-0 lead. Now Taya Metzger with a takedown and back points on mat 1. Taya Metzger trying to get the win by fall, and she does. Taya Metzger is going to be your champion at 145 pounds for the 2026 Siouxland Conference Girls Wrestling Tournament. Congratulations to Taya. Clarenbeek still up 3-0 here on mat 2 in their third place match at 135. Clarenbeek, no, now going to get reversed on as Bergeson gets the reversal, and now Clarenbeek leads 3-2 over on mat 2. Now up on mat number 1, our championship match at 155, we have Eliana Coy, a senior from West Lyon, versus Briley Benz, a senior from Central Lyon George Little Rock. Coy with a quick takedown. On mat 1, over on mat 2, Bergeson gets Clarenbeek on her back, and Bergeson will get the win by fall, and she finishes in third place at 135 pounds tonight. We're going to reset here on mat number 1. Coy now, I believe, with a 7-0 lead once we get this updated. Yeah, 7-0 lead here. A minute to go in the first period. As Coy leads Benz. Coy the number 1 seed, Benz the number 3 seed tonight in this bracket. Coy now getting near fall points. And Eliana Coy gets the win by fall. And is your champion at 155 pounds for the 2026 Siouxland Conference Girls Wrestling Tournament. So congratulations to Eliana. Up now, our championship match at 170, we have Precious Credit, a sophomore from Sioux Center, versus Mariana Vasquez, a junior from Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Credit and Vasquez now up on mat 1 for the championship at 170. And now up on mat number 2, our third place match at 140, we have Peyton Crawley of Sheldon, a junior, versus Ella Bleeker, a freshman from Okoboji HMS. And Credit, no points. As Credit tried to keep her toe in for the takedown, but unable to do so. And they'll reset in the middle here on the mat number 1. And now the takedown by Credit. And they're potentially dangerous. So they'll reset. Still 0-0 in our third place match at 140 between Crowley and Bleeker on mat 2. And the escape on mat 1 by Vasquez. Score now 3-1 in favor of Credit of Sioux Center. And a takedown by Crawley on mat number 2. She now leads 3-0 as we approach the end of the first period on mat number 2. And Peyton Crawley will get the win by fall. She is your third place finisher at 140 pounds. Still 3-1 here on mat 1. As we're getting closer to the end of the first period. And now our third place match at 145 pounds up on mat number 2. We have Addison Aaron-Holtz, a sophomore from West Lyon, versus Mackenzie Larson, a freshman from Okoboji HMS. That is Aaron-Holtz and Larson in the third place match at 145 here on mat number 2. End of the first period in our championship match on mat 1 at 170. Larson gets a takedown on mat number 2. She has an early 3-0 lead for the first period. And that third place match at 145. Vasquez's choice on mat 1, she chooses bottom. Credit just lets her up. And over on mat number 2, Mackenzie Larson wins by fall and is going to be your third place finisher at 145 for the tournament. Over on mat number 1 here, Precious Credit leads Mariana Vasquez 3-2 in our championship match at 170. And we're going again with another third place match on mat number 2. This is our third place match at 155 between Casey Huss, and we'll see Floyd Valley Sr. and Carly Piper, Sioux Center Jr. up on mat number 2. A little flurry of action on the edge of the mat there from mat number 1, resulting in no points. And Vasquez almost in. Now Vasquez in with her control. She now has the takedown and leads 5-3 over Credit in our championship match. But Credit with the, no, almost, yes, Credit with the reversal. Now Vasquez trying to get the escape and does. So Vasquez regains the lead 6-5 here with about 40 seconds to go on the second period on mat 1. Takedown on mat 2 by Huss and back points. So it's now Casey Huss leads Carly Piper 7-0 in their third place match at 155 on mat number 2. Both of these wrestlers at 170 are ranked. Credit ranked in 2A. Vasquez ranked in 1A as Huss gets the win on mat number 2. She is your third place finisher at 155 this year. Credit and Vasquez are also both state qualifying, return state qualifiers, as they both qualified for the state tournament last year. Credit's choice here to start the third period, and she will choose neutral. Now up on mat number 2, our third place match at 170. Aubrey Benz, Central Line George Little Rock Senior versus Kylie Schnorr, Sheldon Sophomore. Benz and Schnorr up on mat 2 for the third place match at 170. Credit looking for the takedown, gets it over on mat number 1, now up 8-6. In the third period, as we're about 30 seconds in, but Vasquez looking to get the reversal, and Vasquez gets the reversal, and we're back, and we are tied again, 8-8. So the score is 8-8 on mat number 1. Schnorr with a takedown on mat number 2. Leads 3-0 here. Out of bounds, will reset on mat number 1. No, an escape on mat number 1. Reversal on mat number 2. So mat number 2, Schnorr leads 3-2. Halfway through the first period. Mat number 1. It is a 9-8 lead. Precious Credit leads Mariana Vasquez 9-8. Vasquez in again on another single leg. Credit reaches back and grabs the ankle. Vasquez, gonna have to watch the knee here. I know that much, 'cause that's a weird position. And Credit is able to get all the way around for the takedown. Precious Credit now leads 12-8 over Mariana Vasquez as we are getting towards the end of the end of the match. And over on mat number 2, Aubrey Benz will get the win by fall, as Benz is now your third place finisher at 170 pounds. We're getting under 20 seconds to go. Here on mat 1, Credit now with a 16-8 lead. Vasquez needs a huge move, tries something there, it's not gonna get through, and Precious Credit will get the win, and she is your 2026 Siouxland Conference champion at 170 pounds. We're going to get going here with our third place match at 190 here on mat number 2. It's going to be Aranza Hernandez, a freshman from Sioux Center, versus Natalie Daigle, a sophomore from Okoboji HMS. So here on mat 2, we've got our third place match at 190. And on mat number 1, as Hernandez gets a takedown on mat number 2 to take an early 3-0 lead. Mat number 1, our championship match at 190. Kenley Cordles, sophomore from CLGLR, versus Ashley Brinkman, freshman from Sheldon. Cordles and Brinkman up on mat 1 for our championship match at 190. Hernandez on the edge of the mat here trying to turn Daigle. Mat 2. And they're going to reset on mat number 2. Our last ranked wrestler of the evening is Kenley Cordles at 190. She is the 5th ranked wrestler in Class 1A at this weight. We don't have any ranked wrestlers in the 235 class, so Kenley is our last one of the evening. Again, I want to thank Coach Jeff Jager from the Lions for giving me all his notes on, or giving me notes, I should say, on which girls are ranked and which girls are returning state qualifiers. I definitely did not know. That was all him. Hernandez up 7-0 on mat 2, looking for more. She's trying to get Daigle turned once again. And Hernandez 4 more back points, now leads 11-0 on mat 2. That's our third place match at 190. Cordles and Brinkman, mat 1 still tied, 30 seconds to go in the first period. And Cordles quickly gets Brinkman down and on her back. And Cordles will win by fall. Kenley Cordles, your champion at 190 pounds for the 2026 tournaments. End of the first period on mat number 1, and no, it is a win by tech fall on mat number 2. Aranza Hernandez will win 15-0 over Natalie Daigle at the end of the first period. Hernandez is your third place finisher at 190. Now up on mat number 1, our championship match at 235. We have Janessa Gates, a junior from Okoboji HMS, and Haley Godberson, a senior from Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is our last weight class of the evening. I want to thank Okoboji AD Eric Klaus and all his staff here done a great job helping me out, but did an even better job running this tournament, keeping things moving. So I want to give those guys a big thank you and a shout out. And now up on mat number 2, our last match of the evening is going to be a third place match at 2:35 between Collins Mosier of Sheldon, a sophomore, and Tamara Vandenbosch, a freshman from Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. Godberson with the takedown on mat 1. Getting near fall points. Technical violation on mat number 2. Pulling headgear on Mosier, so Vandenbosch with the early lead. And now Godberson will get the win by fall over Gates, and Haley Godberson is the 2026 champion at 235 pounds. So that leaves us with one match. It is Mosier and Vandenbosch. Vandenbosch with the early 1-0 lead here. Now a takedown by Vandenbosch, so now she's up 4-0. We're under a minute to go here in the first period here on mat number 3. And that'll do it. First period, Tamara Vandenbosch still leads 4-0 over Collins Mosier in a third place match at 2:35. Vandenbosch's choice there. She chooses neutral, but now Mosier with the takedown, and she has Vandenbosch on her back. Vandenbosch was up 4-0. 7-point move here, and that'll do it. So Collins Mosier, the sophomore, will finish in third place after the win by fall. So congratulations to her. That'll do it for the 2026 Siouxland Conference Wrestling Tournament. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank the staff here. Also want to thank the tech department here in Okoboji for helping to make sure that I had everything set up and or everything I needed to make sure that this broadcast ran smoothly tonight. I want to thank those guys for helping me out. As I said, thank you to Eric Klaus and his staff, that is wrestling coaches that are running this tournament as well, getting things going right on time and going basically straight through tonight to, besides having a little bit of time for the officials to take a short little break during the middle of it. But I want to thank them for all of that. I also have to thank our sponsors, but before we do that, let's get to the final team scores for the evening. The 2026 team scores is going to look like this. Finishing in 7th place is Sheldon with 60 points. West Lyon will finish in 6th with 72. Boyden Hall Rock Valley in 5th with 97. MOC Floyd Valley will finish in 4th with 125 points. Okoboji HMS is going to finish in 3rd with 159 points. In 2nd place with 188.5 points is Sioux Center, and your champion tonight with 239 points is Central Line George Little Rock. So congratulations to Coach Jager on the win, the third straight win for the Lions in these tournaments. So congratulations to Coach Jager and his girls on their win here tonight. And that'll do it for us here from Okoboji. Once again, thank everyone for tuning in tonight. I'm going to take our one last opportunity to thank our sponsors, Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Hilltop Coffee, Murphy Family Dentistry, Papic Motors, Pepsi Beverage Company, Sanford Health, and Seaport Fultz Insurance and Real Estates. For everyone here in Okoboji, I'm Jeff Cruz, and I want to thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.